obviously, that has been talked about, is the rebounding. Was that an emphasis maybe in today's practice ahead of the game tomorrow?
Yeah, of course. I think we're not as bad as the stats show. I think it's a little bit mental now. The fact that we talk about it so much, but it's good. We need something like this. We need practices like this where we work on it and when we kind of talk about it, watch film, and everybody's got to be a little more locked in. I don't think rebounding is something that you can really like work on. It's more know what the technique is and then kind of go for it. That's it.
We just heard that Bam and Tyler took quite a lot of practice. What's it going to be like eventually when they do come back, just to add them to the mix?
I mean, good. You had two All-Stars, so I don't think I should say much more than that. It's really easy to play with them, and they're unbelievable players. So I think that's it.
You just kind of talk about maybe the humbling experience it is to have some performances where maybe it's a little bit up and down, and obviously Spoelstra trying to spout that confidence into you. How is that frustration kind of like to start the season?
Just a little frustrated, nothing more than that. Just trying to get back to it, I guess just put a little more work in and kind of, just stay with it. I think everything is good, I just guess need this bad time to go past.
What did it feel like to get back, getting some work in, and how close do you feel you are to getting back?
I mean that's up to the training staff. Obviously, they're trying to protect me from myself, but it felt good to just be out there. Camaraderie, just being around the fellas again. It's even though it doesn't look as distant as it is, even though I'm on the sign, it's a big difference between being out there and obviously being on the sideline.
Do you expect to be available tomorrow?
I will talk to the training staff today and figure it out.
What's the pain level now with the injury?
A lot less pain than I had. A lot less. So working towards getting out there.
Is it crazy to think that you and Tyler, you obviously played a handful of games before the injury, but you and Tyler have not played together in this mix yet. How excited are you to get that whole team
Man,
together?
I mean, like I said, man, it's a big difference than cheering them on the sideline, trying to do the best from the sideline, than actually being out there, making a real impact. So excited for him to be out there at some point, and get our full team healthy.
Seeing the game, the team play from the bench, obviously the rebounding has been a little bit of an issue there. Can you just kind of talk about, what you've seen from the team? Why is the rebounding kind of going a little downwards?
I think it's just missed time jumps. And then obviously expecting one player to get it and he doesn't get it. So I feel like those two are the main reasons why.
Obviously Khalil, very, holding himself very accountable. Even UD saying on the broadcast, he texted him and they're having conversations about it. It's cool. It's cool to see, like, obviously UD being a mentor to you and now being a mentor to someone like Khalil and wanting him to be better.
Yeah, obviously, man. You respect somebody that's so selfless. He's doing something completely different on broadcast and still texting guys, telling them what he sees, and then trying to still impact our culture.
It felt great, just being out there with my teammates and being on the court with them first time all season. So it felt great to be in the drills. My foot is getting better. I've been rehabbing around the clock, every day since my surgery, trying to get back as soon as I can, and I'm looking at about a week or two, hopefully, bearing no setbacks. So we'll see what happens.
And just watching now the team, and of course, like you see the rebounding troubles and stuff like that. It's kind of frustrating that you want to be out there contributing to the team, and now you're getting a little closer.
Yeah, it's what I've wanted to do since my foot having surgery, and before that, just knowing what this group is capable of, and with the full strength, with obviously me and Bam fully being back, and even before Bam went down, just seeing the potential in this group, the vibe, everything feels good again. So it's a great time for me to come back and get back into the swing of things, and I'm excited and ready whenever that time is upon me.
you were very optimistic early on media day. You told us you'll bring you back close to the start of the season.
Yeah.
A week or two now would be more after Thanksgiving and December. So was there a setback? Is it patience, or is this the trainers telling you what to do?
The thing is, there was no definitive timeline of when I would be back when I had the surgery. Everyone was kind of just putting numbers and weeks out there. It all depends on how I feel and how my foot responds. Some people have took 3 months to 5 months with this same surgery. So it just depends how my foot feels. I was hoping it would feel great at 6 weeks, but at 6 weeks I was just getting back on the court and starting to move. So ultimately, it just depends how my foot feels. And like I said, I'm doing treatment around the clock to be back on the floor as soon as I can.
Tyler, another week or two probably means that there's really no way you can get to 65. Do players think about that stuff at all, that even before you start playing for the season, you're already kind of out of the All-NBA and all the stuff that comes with that?
Yeah, I mean, every year I try to come in with the mindset of playing the most games possible, not necessarily for accolades or anything like that. I just want to be on the floor as much as possible. That's what they pay me to do, and you know, last season I had a very healthy season. This season started weird for me, something I couldn't really control. So once I'm back on the floor again, I'm going to do as much as I can to be out there for every game possible. That's what I want to do. That's my goal.
Do you get the rule? I mean, there's got to be like a number of games as a minimum. I get that.
Yeah.
Like if you come back for 60 or 62 or whatever it is and put up the numbers you put up last year, some people might think that would be kind of All-NBA worthy, or at least consideration, and you'd be ineligible for it. Is it? I guess, does it make sense in your head? I know they're bigger things than.
Yeah, no,
awards,
I think it's fair at the end of the day. You know, some players play 40 games and have those numbers, and then it's like it doesn't really qualify, right? You played half the season. So at the end of the day, it's about playing and being out there as much as you can for as many games as possible. That's, again, what they pay us players to do, is be on the floor. So that's what I want to do.
Tyler, we know over the years you're very willing to change parts of your game that the team needs. With
Yep.
this offense now, what do you see needs to be adjusted?
Nothing. I think I'm going to be myself, play how I played last season, the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. Yeah, I know how to play fast. I've played fast my entire life until I came to Miami. You know, I adjusted to play with other players, and I know how to play in this offense. And that's the beauty of me. I can play in any offense. That's just that's what I can do.
Somebody put up that clip again the other day that's been played now about 83 billion times of you making the 6 threes, counting you guys out of practice.
Right.
Does it amaze you that anytime somebody sees that, it tends to go nuts again? Like it's like a twice-a-year tradition now.
Right.
Like nobody's ever seen it before.
Nah, yeah, it's a good video. Honestly, just like it's a good video to be resurfacing, right? That me making threes in transition. Again, I alluded back to I've been playing like that since I was in college, like playing fast, getting up and down. That's my style of basketball since I stepped on the court.
Tyler, obviously Norm has really been kind of showing out since the start of the season. Can you just kind of talk about what you've seen from him and how you two can fit with each other?
Yeah, he's been killing it. You know, super excited for Norm. You know, obviously I know how hard he works. Since he's came here, you know, he's lived in the gym, and guys like that, I just tip my hat to. I love workers, love guys who come in and get extra reps, and that's what he does. So I don't expect anything else to change. He's a hell of an offensive player, and he's going to continue to do that for us the whole season. He opens up a lot for our offense.
Back in practice, back more involved in the mix.
It was great to have him and Bam on that third unit today. That third unit looked like they had a boost of confidence and energy with those two in it. And so we'll just keep on building. Don't have a timeline for them, but obviously that's a big step today.
So I got two things for you. First, on your own offensive rebounding, that's low, but is it low intentionally? What is this team supposed to be doing in terms of crash rate and everything?
Our crash rate, yeah, we like things that are aggressive going to the basket. So we would like it a little bit closer to how it was in the New York game. and we haven't gotten that as consistently as we want. You know, getting the possessions. We feel like we have a team that can. That's been a habit that's been taking a little bit of work. You know, so really it's kind of consistent on both sides of the ball, like for different reasons and different habits that we want to improve.
And I know you can slice it a bunch of different ways, but the way the new offense is operating, drives are a little up, but paint touches and rim attempts are kind of around the same as they were last year. Is that what you expect from the way the offense is working, or should those
I don't know. We're open to wherever it's going to take us. You know, we'll keep on building our efficiency, but the way it's been trending, I think, is bringing out a better version of the group and guys individually.
People were talking about, again, like even Davion saying, like, you know, the mentalness of like not relying on Khalil to get the rebound and those 50 balls if it's longer rebounds. I mean, can you just kind of talk about maybe the misconception of the rebounding being like, oh, it's always on Khalil because he's the big guy?
Correct. You know, everybody has to do a better job. You know, our one-on-one battles where there's not a rotation, we have to do a better job there. The perimeters have to do a better job of rebounding that area from 10 feet to three-point line, like we discussed the other night. And, you know, an overall, like, concentration of blocking out and not letting guys get behind us, you know, from cutting or movement, that has to improve.